of the universe. Getting it on. Partying on the mothership. When Gable's horn blow, you better be ready to go. Swing low. Time to move on. Light years of time. Ahead of our time. Free your mind. Come fly. With my air. That's it. On the mothership. Grooving. Start your day. We're coming for to take you home. Get it on. I'll make that happen, man. Yeah,
Lost in the sauce. He ain't never gonna fall. Jeans and nights. Nowadays you gotta wear skinny jeans to get rights. Not to mention all the pussy they poppin' to get lights. This is schools that Christ ain't interested in your cash. As I get the order, I'm coming to get the ass. Now you want it, run it back. Big mouth, big blast. When the blast, when that entry, I do it to it expertly. You can call it destiny. When really he requested me. Kick against the preach, you better turn down and turn up. The heaven's all about to burn up. I'm talking about two in the field, but only one is gonna turn up. All you wanted was a rapture, the other ones keep you fucking talking six ways. Something everybody's gonna erupt. In the midst of this corruption, all the interruption. Shit, I thought you all were very something cold. I'm no reluctant. We oughta try to function. We oughta roll a luncheon. That's the reason we serve spontaneous combustion. Reverse engineering, what you're hearing is a blueprint. That's why you get caught up in motion. I rebuke it, chucking up against it. When I produce solutions, rolling down my mouth, now the strong man is losing. All out again, Judas swinging the flag. When it's a chord, it's a hard burden for the ass. We got a classic connection. Odd bars from the past, and like it never last, punch it back, son. Do the math, do the words on the other side. Warriors got a class, drilling the upper class, turning sinners from swindlers into triggers. When it comes to this fake,
He's a defender.
Reverse psychology, I'm really taking risks. I'm making hits, I'm a UPK man, living like a geek, standing poverty, I'm rich man, mobbing through the rich man, balling like a fish man, white number one, I'm read the motors, what's there you notice, there's no artillery motors, fully focused, really going through the motors, fire truck, regular, the host, the locust, the power, the bonus, not ahead of state, it's every day to stay fucking with Moses, the people that were chosen, our conversation, they do the people, so open now we closing, no emotion, maybe posted, so we told forward every girl they posing IT, I'm like cold, like moving, they be loaded, they be roasted, I'm reloaded, awesome paradise for me, but not my man, Corbin, hell is open and lost in like an ocean, now it's overflowing, flooded with your history, I'm published every brothers, but we the real Jews, they the copyright infringements, we the real niggas, they the copyright infringements, we the real wet backs, they copyright infringements, real savages, they the copyright infringements. Real Seminoles, they copyright infringements. Real West Indians, they copyright infringements. Real Puerto Ricans, they the copyright infringements. Real Nicaraguans, they the copyright infringements. Copyright infringement. Colombia, Sunday, they the copyright infringement. Cuba, they the copyright infringement. Colombia, copyright infringements.
Yo, come here, shout out here with copyright infringement. Lucky, that shit slaps. Lucky for my language. That nigga went crazy on that.
It was spazzing on that.
Facts. All right, Shalom Israel, the Israelite School UPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm not Tazab Officer of 500. Today I got Officer Karan Yala, Officer of 50. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK Sacramento, in the area. Make sure if you tuning in to the class, that you like and share the class, and that you put instead of just watching the class, you understand, make sure you put your name, city, and state, so we can start marking you down for attendance so you can get your name. I can't stress that enough. Every class I stress that, how important it is to mark yourself down for attendance so you can get a Hebrew name so you can share yourself with this world and start actually following Christ. You understand? Christ once said, what do he say? The kingdom of heaven is not through observation. You understand? The kingdom of heaven ain't just something that you just gonna, you ain't like, what he mean by that is you can't just sit at home and just watch us on YouTube and then think that you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven is not through observation. You got to get out here and you got to, you know what I'm saying, do your 90 days like all of us did. The generals, from the captains, the officers. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out here and do something, not just watch us on YouTube. So Make sure if you're watching this class, you like and share it, and put your name, city, and state in the chat. But today is Wednesday night law class. We gonna get into the law a little bit. You understand it? But for the most part, we're gonna get into how Israel wanted a king. You understand how the Lord had previously, before we had a king over here, before Saul was king, before King David was king, the Lord set judges up over the people. You understand? That's what happened. So we're gonna get into Israel wanting a king, and then we're gonna get into how Saul became king, and we're gonna get into a little bit of Samuel. So if you could, Baba Gashak, can you go to Exodus chapter 20, verse 20?
Kind, sir. This is the book of Salakia. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for God has come to prove you.
God has come to what?
Salakia, go ahead, sir.
You said God has come to what?
Prove you.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord came to come. He wants to prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You understand? So if you have you ever? Do anybody know why we was in the damn wilderness for 40 years? It don't take 40 years to get from Egypt to Jerusalem. It's only 90 miles away from each other. You understand? It's literally only 90 miles. It's like going from here to LA. You understand? It don't take 40 years to get there on feet. You know what I'm saying? It might take a week or something, but it definitely don't take 40 years. But you know why it took 40 years? Because the Lord wanted to what? Can you read it again? The Lord wanted to what?
For God is come to prove you.
The Lord wanted to prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians before we was able to get to the Promised Land. And if you read, read, I think it's in Joshua. The only people that got to it was only like 3 people that made it to the Promised Land. Moses, Aaron, none of the original people who left Egypt got to go to the Promised Land. But it was like Caleb, and it was 2 other people. I forgot exactly who it was. Salakia. But only like 3 people got to from that original generation got to make it to the Promised Land. You understand? Because the Lord wanted to prove everybody. And what's another word for prove? The Lord wanted to test them. You understand? The Lord wanted to see if they was cowards or not. You understand? Look, when we say the Lord wanted to see if they had no excuses, like what we say all the time, no excuses and no cowards. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants you to prove that constantly. Just like how we in the world, we want to prove that we be the hardest nigga in the streets, and I'm saying we can knock the most females, and we can be the best dad. You know what I'm saying? We can be the best booty shaker, the best OnlyFans account, whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? The Lord also wants you to prove. The Lord a black man. This nigga black, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Just like how black people always want to prove themselves, the Lord wants you to prove yourself to him. You understand? But keep reading, Baba Kasha.
And that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
And his fear might be before your faces. What does that mean? That his fear might be before your faces. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean? Like, cause look, when you fear the Lord, what you gonna? I mean, yeah, when you fear the Lord, what you gonna do? You understand? Or when you respect the Lord, what you gonna do? You gonna listen to what He say. You understand? Like, we have not been taught in this society, in this day and age, to fear the Lord. The Lord that we think we fearing is a made up God. Is the God of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And the God of this Bible and Christianity is totally different. Like, you know what the difference is between the God of this Bible and the God of Christianity? Like, you can go be a Muslim and a Christian, and your God, that God doesn't require you to change. You understand? That God doesn't require you to fear Him or nothing. You understand? So guess what? You can go join Christianity. You can join Islam and still sell drugs. You can join Christianity and still be a homosexual and still be a sexual deviant. You can do all these different things in these religions. But when you come to serve the Lord of this Bible and you a Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, the Lord requires you to change. You understand? That's why people want to run to religion. You understand? Because they don't gotta help. They don't gotta hold themselves accountable for nothing. They can just live however the hell they want to live. But the God of this Bible require you to change. And not only do He require you to change, but He require you to fear Him. Because if you don't fear the Lord, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be a Christian. You're gonna do whatever the hell you want. But what did the Bible say? I like to paraphrase a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't remember the damn scripture, but I know I can paraphrase it though. It say through Slakia. It say it say through terrors of the Lord we persuade men. You understand? So in order for you to fear the Lord, you understand, you got to understand that He's a terrible power. You understand? That's why the scriptures say through terrors of the Lord we persuade men. Like you supposed to hear about how the Lord destroyed the Egyptians. He was killing everybody that went against Moses. He was saying, go here and kill every man, woman, and child that fought against the Israelites. You supposed to hear these stories. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to hear about how the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and he flooded the whole earth and only let 8 people survive. You're supposed to hear those stories and be like, yeah, I'm not going to sin against him. Nigga, hell nah, nigga. I'm not sinning against this nigga. This nigga. Yeah, this nigga, you think the devil ain't never killed nobody in the Bible. He did Satan wasn't killing nobody. God was doing all the killing. Nigga, I fear him. Right. You understand? And then, but that's what he said. He said, and that his fear may be before your faces that ye sin not. His fear is supposed to be before our faces, meaning that you're supposed to fear the God so you won't sin. You're supposed to fear that, right. Damn, if I pick up that cigarette, nigga, oh yeah, I might catch cancer. Damn, nigga, if I go sleep with that whore, that condom might break and I might catch something I can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I go do these drugs over here, I might have a heart attack mid puff. You understand? Whatever the case may be. You understand? But the Lord wants to prove you, man. The Lord wants to test Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. But a lot of people, they're not strong enough for that test. You understand? Let me see. Keep reading, Baba Kashaw.
Verse 21. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was.
All right. No. Matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy 8:1. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? But then it said the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near into the thick darkness. And Moses is on Mount Sinai somewhere, right? And it was dark. You know, when you read a few verses up, verses 17 to 18, it tell you that the people saw the thundering and lightning and noise and trumpet, and they were scared. They were scared to death. It was like, man, we don't know what the hell Moses got going on in this damn mountain with God, nigga. But yeah, nigga, whatever it is, yeah, we tell them we scared. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's something else. But let me read Deuteronomy 8:1 when you got it, Baba Kashaw.
Come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day, ye observe to do, that ye may live.
You understand? The Lord said, all these commandments that I command you this day, you're supposed to observe them. You know, so you're supposed to observe not shaving your beard off. You're supposed to observe not voting. You understand? You're supposed to observe not trying to put a king over you, because that's what voting is. You know, so you're supposed to observe all these different laws, the dietary law, whatever law it is. You're supposed to observe those laws, and what?
That ye may live.
So you're supposed to observe these laws because this is life. When you read in Genesis, when the Lord breathed the breath of life into Adam's nostrils, he didn't really breathe into his nostrils. You know, so you gotta understand that Black people with the Bible it's a metaphor. You understand? But he gave him the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? And that then after he received those law, statutes, and commandments, then he became a living being. Because before that, he was dead. He was like the walking dead. You understand? He ate whatever he wanted to eat. He dressed how he wanted to dress. He did whatever the hell he wanted to do. And then when the Lord gave him law, statutes, and commandments, he became a living person. Because that's what keeps Black people alive. You understand? That's what protects Black people, the laws of God. You understand that? But if you don't have the laws of God, you don't have no protection. And that's why the Black community is the way it is. That's why our women are the way they are. That's why our men are the way it is. That's why our children are the way it is, because we don't know how to live. You understand? We haven't been taught properly how to live. And that's why you have to blame the Christian church. You understand? Because they're not opening up this Bible, showing Black people a blueprint and giving them a solution to the problem. They telling them to keep doing what you're doing, come as you are. God loves everybody. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. You know what I'm saying? When you read the Bible, the Lord ain't good all the time. The Lord be killing niggas. The Lord a terrible power. You understand? And but it said that all the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live. You know what I'm saying? So we can live. The Lord gave us laws, statutes, commandments that separate us from everybody else so we can live. You understand? That's what separates us from animals. That's what said that these laws is what separate us from the beasts of the earth. And when I mean beasts of the earth, I mean the other nations and the animals. You understand? Because animals, they don't have no laws. You understand? Animals don't wake up and be like, I'm going to serve God today. They don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about eating unclean foods and the foods that's going to keep them healthy. They don't know about none of that. And that's the same thing with these heathens. But Black people have been accustomed to and taught to be like the very same people that hate God. You understand? The very same people that the Lord look at as beasts, the Lord look at as nothing. You understand? But for for us, the Lord said, "Observe these and do them, that we may live." And keep reading, Baba Kishar.
And multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord swear unto your fathers.
And if we do this, the Lord will give us our land back. The Lord will give us our culture and our history back. You understand? Right. And he can start being our God again, and we can start being His people. You understand? He want us to multiply, just like we just brought out. Karanyala was teaching class yesterday. He brought out that Pharaoh, he didn't want the children of Israel to multiply. So what he do? Right. He put us through hard bondage. That nigga was trying to kill our kids and all that. And guess what? Not only is Pharaoh like that, but all these nations like that. And not only are these other nations like that, but everybody that follow these other nations. So every Christian pastor, Muslim, imam, or whatever the hell they damn call, all of them like that. They don't really want the children of Israel to multiply, because if they did, they wouldn't tell you that you can live how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? They'd be telling you that you need to listen to the laws of the God, because the Lord is trying to prove you. You understand? Well, what you got to think about Job. What would have? How would that story of Job would have unfolded if the Lord didn't prove Job? There would be no story of Job if the Lord didn't prove him. If the Lord didn't say, you know what, I want to see if this nigga really rock with me or not. I want to see if he really fear me like how he say he do. You know what I'm saying? While I'm giving him all these big houses, all these big families, and I'm gonna see do he really? And then guess what? The Lord tried him. The Lord tested him. The Lord proved him. And guess what? He came out like gold. You understand? That nigga came out like gold. And that's how we have to be. You understand?
Right.
Go to verse 2, Baba Kishar.
Verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Right. And that's all it was about. Like you think that the Lord, you think being in the wilderness was easy? You think the Lord just put us in the wilderness for 40 years just because? You understand? Well, like I said, it's only 90 miles away. We was in the wilderness that long because guess what? We just came from living up under some stinking Africans. We just came from living up under Egyptians, and then we was going to the land of Canaan, which is Israel. And guess what? We was going to go around some more Africans. You understand? So the Lord was trying to prove that we wouldn't go back to serving the African guys no more. You know what I'm saying? We won't go back to doing the things that the Africans was doing, because everything the Africans was doing in Egypt, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians was doing it too. We was getting high. You know what I'm saying? We was sleeping with prostitutes. You understand? We was shaving our beard off. You know what I'm saying? We was like Lil Nas X. We was doing everything that the Egyptians doing. We was doing. You understand? And the Lord said, he said, and can you read verse 2 again, Baba Kishar?
And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart.
Right. And the Lord put us in the wilderness for 40 years, you understand, to prove us, to know what was in our heart. You understand? Keep reading.
Whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Right. He put us in the wilderness to prove, to know what was in thine heart. Right. To know what was in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Was you going to go back to trying to be like an Egyptian? Because when you read, you understand, that's what the children of Israel, they wanted to go back to being oppressed. They wanted to go back to worshiping the golden cow and being like the heathen. You understand? As a matter of fact, they didn't even came up against Moses a few times. It was like, man, you got us in this wilderness, niggas trying to kill us. Nigga, we had all the beer we can drink in Egypt. We had a house, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We had a job, and we still there stuck in the damn wilderness with you. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell is you? They was mad at him. You understand? But they not knowing it wasn't Moses that was doing this. It was the Lord doing this because he wanted to prove their heart. And what is your heart? Your heart is your mind, man. You understand? And that's where changing come from. Changing comes from your mind. And that's what the Lord wanted Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians to change leaving Egypt. And guess what? He kept us in that wilderness for 40 years because we was leaving the Egyptians leaving the Africans just to go to Israel and be around more Africans. You understand? And guess
Right.
what? If the Lord didn't prove us, you know what I'm saying, what's it called? Weed out the strong men, there will be nobody to be able to take us to the land of Israel and not make us serve other gods. Not make us, but if the Lord didn't weed out strong men, it will be weak men over Israel. And then when we got to Israel, guess what they was going to do? They was going to fall in line under all the heathens. They was going to get dreadlocks. They was going to do drugs. They was going to be homosexual. They was going to do all these different things. So the Lord kept us in the wilderness to weed out the strong, to make sure it was strong brothers that was able to lead us to the land of Israel without trying to take the culture and the customs of other nations. You know what I'm saying? He said, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or not. Yeah, right. The Lord wanted to know if we was going to keep his commandments or not. So we had to stay in the wilderness 40 years, you know what I'm saying, just so he can observe, because 40 years ain't nothing to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's probably like 40 minutes or something to the Lord, literally. You know what I'm saying? He kept us in the wilderness 40 years, like, let me see if these niggas really going to keep, let me see if they really going to keep my commandments. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of people fail because they just not strong. You understand? Let me see. All right, so we're going to drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 8, drop down to 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 15. Who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents? Salaki, go ahead, sir.
Right, nigga. To be in the wilderness for 40 years, that wasn't easy. No toilet. You got to dig holes hella deep to make wells to get water. You understand? Your woman going her period. Then you can't even sleep next to her. You got to get away because she ain't no tampons. You understand? Like people got a disease, they got to quarantine themselves outside the camp. You know what I'm saying? When you use the bathroom, you got to dig a hole and then put the dirt back over it. Man, that was doing that for 40 years. Man, jail was down there luxury compared to that. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, I ain't trying to make it like jail was a luxury or something, but that compared to what we was going through in the wilderness, it was. And what did the Lord say? He said, who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness? Man, being in that wilderness was terrible. You understand? And that's why a lot of times the people was going up against Moses. You understand? They wanted to go back to Egypt, and they was doing all these different things because it was terrible to be in the wilderness. It wasn't just a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Baba Gashah.
Khan. Wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water. Who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint? Right.
And it said it was fiery serpent. What was those fiery serpents? Those fiery serpents was the serpents that came, because you gotta understand, like people, like I said, they was trying to go against Moses. So the Lord was, okay, you trying to go against the person I appointed over y'all, the man that I put over y'all to lead y'all. I'm saying, okay, no sweat. He sent fiery serpents on Adam. So niggas was getting bit by snakes left and right. Everybody that was speaking against Moses, they was getting bit by snakes. You know what I'm saying? And then only until when Moses got a staff and it put like a bronze serpent around it, and then had the people look at it, everybody who looked at it was healed. You know what I'm saying? But they said the fiery serpent, and they said and the scorpions in the drought where there was no water, and it was no water at one time. And Moses split the rock, you understand, and water came out the rock. And he took credit for it, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't get to make it to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? Because he was supposed to give credit to the Lord for that rock splitting and water coming out. But he was like, yeah, no, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, y'all was getting mad at me. Now look what I did for y'all. Well, really, he should have been like, see, the Lord did this for y'all. You understand? Keep reading, Baba Gashah, 16.
Verse 16. Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna?
You're right. And who fed thee in the wilderness with manna? The Lord fed us in the wilderness with manna. And the Lord told us that on this day get the manna, on the next day don't get the manna. You know what I'm saying? But you had certain brothers and sisters that wasn't listening, and they was just picking it all up every day. So then some of the manna ended up getting spoiled, and worms got on and all that, and people start dying and all that. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Baba Gashah.
Which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at the latter end.
That he might what?
Humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at the latter end.
And he did all that just so he can prove us. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean by at the latter end? Meaning that you'll see that going against the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and going against the Lord's anointed or whatever the case may be, you will see that that's not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will totally be against you. You understand? And then so it can do what it say, to do thee good in thy later end. To do thee good in thy later end, meaning that yeah, basically what I just said, Salakia. Let me see. Let's go to hold on. Oh yeah, matter of fact, Salakia. Let's go to Judges 2 and 20. Judges 2 and 20.
2 and 20, sir.
Yes, sir.
What kind?
Yeah, so I just had to give a brief opening of Moses and what was going on, and showing you that the Lord want to prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. It was like that in the wilderness, and I mean, look, check it out. It's like that today. You understand? It's like that today.
Kind.
Let me see Judges chapter 2. Hold on, let me see if that's what I want. 2 verse 20. All right, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Judges chapter 2 verse 20.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 20. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And he said,
oh, Salakia, right quick.
Ahead,
man, and it's crazy, bro. When I see stuff like this in the Bible, it be getting me juice, bro. Like, nigga, this sound like a straight nigga say this. Like, don't know white man talk like this. This nigga said, what? Read it from the top and give up, sir.
Kind, sir. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
Nigga said, nigga, y'all niggas got me hot right now. Bro, that's hot, bro. That's how you know that Black people, Hispanic, Native American, that's how you know we wrote this Bible. Nigga, don't know other races talk like that. And when they do, they talk like that and say hot and use all our words because they trying to be like us. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, they don't naturally talk okay. So look at like you go like you see it's a lot of like for instance where you at Stockton, right, in Sacramento, there's a lot of Cambodians and Asians up here where we at in California.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they think they straight niggas. They act just like niggas, talk like niggas, all that, right? But if you go just a generation before them and you see how they parents was, their great grandparents was, it's like nigga, it's a disconnection. Like hold on, you don't act like them. They don't even talk like that. But there's no disconnection from Black people in this Bible to this day. And this was written like 4,000 years ago. Niggas still saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's because we the people of this Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said, and the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. He was mad at us. You understand? He was mad at us. We sat in the wilderness for 40 years. We hated Moses. We hated the Lord. We wanted to go back to being oppressed. You understand? And that's what Black people love doing. You understand? And that's why Black people are not good at making decisions, man. You understand? But we're gonna get into that in a second. Keep reading Bible, y'all.
Right, kind. And he said, because that this people has transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice, I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died.
Man, exactly, because man, look at when Joshua was here, man, we was driving all them Africans out of our land. You understand?
Right.
Because it was called the land of Canaan because the Canaanites, Africans stayed there, but that's not really what that land called. That land is called Israel. You understand? And then to be honest with you, that land was given to us in Genesis with Adam. You know what I'm saying? That was given out. Then guess what? And the Lord had to get Adam and Eve out of the land. Why did he have to get Adam and Eve out of the land? Do you know, Krayala?
Was it because of them having to Salakia? Did they get kicked out of the land for them transgressing?
Yeah, they got kicked out of the land for transgression, but it was a reason why he kicked them out. He kicked them out because what we just got to read. He wanted to prove them. You know what I'm saying? That's why he kicked them out of the land. Because if he would just let them stay, then it would have been like, no, and he wanted to prove them. You understand? And
Camouflage.
that's why they end up getting kicked out of the land. And then years later, all these dirty Africans end up moving to our land, and then naming it after themselves, like the Bible say. That's what all these heathens do. The heathens move to a land and they name it after themselves. That's how black people got the name African American. You know what I'm saying? Amerigo Vespucci conquered America, named it after himself. Scipio, Leo Scipius Africanus conquered Africa, and he named it after himself. That's what they
Right.
do. So they took the land of Canaan and they named it after themselves. But in the time of Joshua, man, Joshua was winning every war. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was driving all the Africans out of the land. You understand? They say what? They say, I will not henceforth drive out any before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died. So the Lord said he ain't gonna drive out the Africans no more. You understand?
Right.
Since we want to be disobedient and we want to live how we want to live, you understand the Lord, and he ain't gonna help us and be our refuge no more. He gonna let them Africans stay in that land. You understand?
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 22. That through them I may prove Israel.
Hold on. So why did he keep them there?
That through them I may prove Israel.
Man, he kept them Africans there so he can prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do we mean by that? To see that if we was gonna go back to worshiping African gods, if we was gonna worship Amun Ra and Nefertiti and all these this garbage that every niggas be worshiping. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to prove us to see that okay, we just came out of the Egyptian captivity. These all Africans in the land of Canaan. Let's see if these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if these niggas go back to serving them African gods. You understand? Let's see if them niggas go back to transgression against me. Let's see. The Lord has to prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians so he can know if we really serve him. Like I brought up Job. Like if the Lord didn't prove Job, there will be no story of Job being diligent, and strong, and you know what I'm saying, and being perfect. It would be no, and then niggas wouldn't have no great examples. All you would have examples of niggas just messing up all the time. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord proved Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians so it can be that one brother or those few brothers to be a great example. So when other niggas reading it, they can be that example to where next thing you know, our whole nation is perfect. It can happen. You understand? That's heavy right there. But yeah, read that again, Baba Gashaw.
Verse 22. That through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein as their fathers did keep it or not.
Right, man. He did that to see, man. Look, if you gonna obey my law, statutes, and commandments like your father did, or not, it's up to you. I'm not begging you, nigga. You gonna do what the hell I say, or you not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of God we serve. You understand? That's what type of God we serve, and that's heavy. Let me see. Oh yeah, verse 23.
Verse 23. Therefore the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua.
Man, right, because, man, look at the Lord could have just drove all them stinking Africans out of our land. It ain't nothing to God. God could have just got them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord was with Joshua so much, Joshua could have just went through and literally killed all the Africans off and ran them up out of the land and ran them into all these surrounding nations. But the Lord did not allow that to happen because he wanted to prove Black people and see if Black people was going to go back to serving false gods and go back to sinning and doing drugs or whatever the hell they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the Lord doing right now. The Lord proving us with Christianity. The Lord proving us with being the Muslim. The Lord proving us with being a Kemet, whatever the hell what they call Kemetology, whatever the hell they call. The Lord proving us with that. You understand? So that's heavy. Let's go Judges chapter 3, 3 verse 1. The next verse.
Our God. This is the book of Judges chapter 3 and verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan.
All right, so now it's gonna give you all the African nations that the Lord left to prove Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. And then it said, as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan. Like a lot of Israelites, they like I said, a lot of them died off. And they didn't know that Joshua was killing all these Africans and taking our country back, nigga, city by city. They don't know about those stories. You understand?
Right.
So keep reading.
Right. Continue, sir.
Yeah, continue, Baba Kishar.
Verse 2. Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war. At the least, such as before knew nothing thereof.
Right, it's saying the same thing. Like the generation prior knew, but this next generation that came up, they didn't know. They didn't know about Joshua defeating these heathen nations, leaving the wilderness, going to Canaan, destroying hella cities, then coming back with spoils. They didn't know about none of this. You know what I'm saying? It was up to us to tell them and show them how to be men of war. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole purpose of the ISUBK. You understand?
Right.
We are telling niggas like we come from a warrior background. It ain't
Right.
no way a nigga should be like Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no way that should be happening. That's how you know that the wicked, the hand is given to. I'm slacking. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Because our people would have never been like that. You understand? That's why it's up to us. Keep reading,
Right.
Baba Kishar.
Verse 3. Namely, 5 lords of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites that dwell in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Baal Haran unto the entering in of Hamath.
Man, look it. When we left Egypt, it wasn't like we left Egypt and then we was by Arabs, or we was by the white man, or we was by Chinese. Nigga, we left Egypt just to be surrounded even more by hella Africans. Then we was surrounded by all these different Africans, the Canaanites, the Zidonianites, the Hivites. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we were surrounded by all these Africans, man. You understand?
Right.
And guess what these Africans was doing? They was living and doing whatever the hell heathens do. You know what I'm saying? They was eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, oysters, catfish. You know what I'm saying? They was sleeping with everybody. Why? They was doing all these different things, man. You understand?
Right.
Where we at? Verse 4, Baba Kishar.
Khan. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses.
It said, and they what? And they what?
And they were to prove Israel by them.
Yeah, man, look at this. It's gonna say it over and over again, man. That's the type of guy we serve. He left all these surrounding heathens there that he could have drove out easily. You understand? Like he could have just destroyed them with a meteor. He could have just, you know what I'm saying? We could have just did anything to get to kill these heathens. But the Lord allowed them to stay there to prove Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, to see if we was gonna go back to. Because you gotta understand, nigga, when we was in the wilderness with Moses, we wanted to go back to Egypt bad. We was like, man, we can't do this. We can't. And then that's a weak person to want to go back to being a slave. You understand? And so the Lord was like, man, I need to prove these people. These niggas talking about going back to Egypt. These niggas talking about going back to selling drugs and doing drugs, being a hoe. I gotta prove them now. We're gonna make them sit in the wilderness for 40 years. Because if I don't, they want to do the old things they used to do and what they was allowed to do in Egypt. Soon as I free them from Egypt, and as soon as I get them out of the wilderness, they gonna go to the land of Canaan and do the same thing they was doing in Egypt. They're gonna do the same thing. But the Lord put us in the wilderness for so long. We was like, nigga, we ain't gonna do nothing against you. Nigga, just get us out of this. Nigga, it's just like you being in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like you wake up with a hangover or something. You just like, nigga, please, I ain't gonna do this no more, man. I know I've been like that a few times. I've been in jail a few times. Like, man, I'm not gonna. Nigga, I don't want to ever come back here. Please, bro. I go to court. What? On Monday, man. It's Thursday. I go to court next month. Oh my God, nigga, this shit crazy. Like, nigga, it's stressed out. That's why the Lord put us in the wilderness for 40 years, because He wanted to make us, nigga, know how it feels to be in. You know what I'm saying? To be what is it? What do they call it? What do they call it? He called it something earlier. Damn, I forgot the word. What he called it? Terrible. In a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? He wanted us to experience that, because if you don't experience that, you know what I'm saying, you don't get that knowledge, you'll think that life a game. You understand? But let me see. Yeah, keep reading, Baba Kishar. Read it some more.
Verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites and Jebusites. Verse 6. And they took their daughters to be their wives and gave their daughters to their sons and served their gods. Verse 7. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and forgot the Lord their God and served Baalim and the groves.
Man, look at when the Lord tested us and wanted to prove if we was cowards or not. You understand? As soon as we got out of the wilderness, you understand? He should have kept us in there 40 more years. Because as soon as we got out of the wilderness, guess what we did? We went to serving their gods immediately, and that's why the Lord even kept us in Egypt. The wilderness for 40 years, because He was trying to make sure we don't do this. And guess what? As soon as we got out of Egypt, as soon as we got out of the wilderness, we did exactly what the Lord did more. We served their gods, we married their daughters, gave our sons to their daughters, and never said we did we did evil in the sight of the Lord. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to 1 Samuel 7 and 15, Baba Kashar.
Okay, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna get into Samuel. You know what I'm saying? And then this all
so like why you said 1 Samuel what?
1 Samuel chapter 7 verse 15.
Kind.
And all this correlates together.
Whenever you ready for me, sir.
Yeah, so basically after this, we start marrying they women start marrying our women and children. You know what I'm saying? We start worshiping their gods. The Lord wasn't with us. We start losing wars, and all these different things happen. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a 1 Samuel 7 and 15.
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 15. And Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life. And he went from year to year in circuit to Bethel and Gilgal and Mizpah and judged Israel in all those places.
Right. So Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life. You understand? Samuel was a judge. Like I said, before we had a king, like how the Africans had a king, you know what I'm saying? We had judges. And Samuel was one of those judges that actually served the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So let's drop that. Let's go to 12 in chapter 12, verse 1. First Samuel 12 and 1. And we're gonna see what type of judge Samuel was. You know what I'm saying? Over the people.
1 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 1.
And so, like, one more thing, and while I'm bringing this out, because we always wanted to be like the heathens. I said, we sat in the wilderness for 40 years, and as soon as we got out of the wilderness, what we do? We went to serving a guys, trying to be exactly like the heathens. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna tie into what I'm bringing out. You can read about the Salakia.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 1. And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice and all that ye said unto me, and have made a king over you.
You understand? So the Israelites, we wanted the king over us. You understand? Hold on, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump up a little bit. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. All right, no, scratch that. Read it again, Baba Gashar. 1 Samuel's chapter. I'm tripping. 1 Samuel's chapter 7, verse 15.
You want me to go back to 7, sir?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Oh yeah, no, I'm tripping. Stay where we at.
Trying to find where they asked for the king.
Yeah. No, I think it said no. I got it where they asked for the king. It's in 1 Samuel 9 and 15. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just read this one, though, Baba Gashar. 1 Samuel 12 and 1.
Come. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 1. And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice and all that ye said unto me, and I have made a king over you.
Right. So we wanted a king over us. So Samuel was like, you know what I'm saying, I'll hearken unto y'all voice, and nigga, y'all got a king now. Y'all want to be like these heathens, and because it look good and it look all great when they go to war, and it's a king in front of them leading them in the war. You know what I'm saying? And it's a king that just above everybody. That y'all want that for sure. I'll listen to y'all, and I'm gonna get it to y'all. Can you read Baba Kishar?
Right. Verse 2. And now, behold, the king walketh before you, and I am old and gray-headed, and behold, are with you, and I have walked before you from my childhood unto this day.
Right, because just like we read in 1 Samuel 7:15, Samuel served the Lord all the days of his life. You understand?
Right.
He walked from his childhood until he was dead, till he was dead. Yeah, he served the Lord. He was righteous. Keep going, Baba Kishar.
Right, verse 3. Behold, here I am, witnessed against me before the Lord and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken? Or whose ass have I taken? Or whom have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe to blind my eyes therewith? And I will restore it you.
Right, and he's basically saying that, he said, behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken? Whose ass have I taken? Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, nigga, y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did nothing wrong. I ain't got nothing on my jacket. I ain't never stole from nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never slept with nobody's wife. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, ran in your house and robbed you. I ain't never sold your mama crack. I ain't never, y'all know me since I was a kid. I ain't never did nothing against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that on me. So and he said, of whom have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? And I ain't oppressed y'all or nothing. Or whom have I received any bribe to blind my eyes therewith? And I will restore it. You're like, man, I ain't received no bribe. You understand? Because you got to understand that he's a judge over Israel.
Right.
He didn't so when with a judge, you like nowadays, you got a lot of judges. You understand? And guess what they do? That you might got cricket politicians that got a case, then they didn't call the case and did some vow, and then they tell the judge like, man, you know, we buddies, man. The guy, I'll slide you 250,000. Just make this go away. Now make this go away from me. And it was people doing that in Israel. That's why when you read that's why when you read the story of Susanna, you know what I'm saying, you had those two wicked judges, right? Remember that? It was two wicked judges, and it said of old time, like them niggas was doing stuff from all the way back here. You understand? These old wicked judges, they was doing stuff that all the other judges was doing all the way back then. But Samuel, he wasn't like that. He wasn't accepting bribes to blind his eye and getting people found guilty or getting people out of cases they really should have got stoned for. He wasn't doing that. And that's why he's saying, man, he's like, man, look, judge me. Look, y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been no wicked nigga ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. Keep reading, Baba Kishar.
Right, Awakan. And they said, thou hast not defrauded us, nor oppressed us, neither hast thou taken aught of any man's hand.
Man, right, said, man, look, you ain't never oppressed us and did us wrong. You ain't never stole nothing from nobody's hands. Man, you a good person, man. We mess with you, Samuel. Yeah, we mess with you. Keep reading, Baba Kishar.
Verse 5. And he said unto them, the Lord is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that ye have not found aught in my hand. And they answered, he is witness.
Man, the Lord, everything that happened with Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, the angels give a record of it. You understand? Us teaching this class right now, y'all at home watching, it's angels around, and they giving a record of what everybody's doing. You understand? He said, and they bear witness that I ain't never did nothing evil. You know what I'm saying, to y'all or to none of my people. You understand? Keep going to 6.
Come on. And Samuel said unto the people, it is the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron, and that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all this righteous acts of the Lord, which he did to you and to your fathers.
Right, meaning because they asking for a goddamn king. You understand? They asking for a king. They want to put a king over them. So he's like, man, remember, nigga, the Lord got y'all out the wilderness. The Lord got y'all all the acts that Moses and all them did. That was all the Lord. It wasn't no
Right.
king over y'all. The Lord did all that. The Lord parted the Red Sea. The Lord killed the Egyptians firstborn. The Lord had you in the wilderness and delivered you from the serpent, the fiery snakes, the scorpions, the drought where you couldn't drink no water for a few days. The Lord did all that. You didn't have no
Right.
king over you. You understand? So basically, this is talking about Samuel being a good judge. Where we at?
Right.
Okay, let's go to 1 Samuel 8:1.
Come.
And remember that Samuel said his sons was with him. Keep going, Baba Kashaw.
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 8 and verse 1. And it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel.
No. Go
Now
on,
the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre and took bribes and perverted judgment.
Salakia, Baba Kashaw. Can you read it over, Baba Kashaw? Salakia. From verse 1.
You start from the first verse?
Yeah, Khan. Khan.
Come, sir. And it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel.
Right, so
Now,
Samuel
the name of
had
go
two
ahead.
sons. It's like it. Samuel had two sons, and he made his sons judges over Israel. Because your son supposed to follow you in your footsteps or whatnot, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Now the name of the firstborn was Joel, and the name of the second Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba.
In a certain
And
part of
his
it.
sons walked not in his ways,
And
but
his sons,
turned aside. Go ahead, sir.
you said, and his sons what?
And his sons walked not in his ways.
Meaning that they wasn't perfect like Samuel was. They wasn't righteous like Samuel was when it came to serving the Lord. Keep reading, Baba Kashaw.
Time. But turned aside after lucre and
What is-
took bribes
What does
and perverted
lucre
judgment.
mean? Salaki, what does lucre mean? You
Money.
know, lucre- exactly. You know what I'm saying? He turned aside. They wouldn't like their father. They turned aside for money. You understand?
Time.
And keep reading. And took bribes and perverted judgments. You understand? Like they was doing everything that Samuel wasn't doing. You understand? They like you if you had some money for them, they'd turn the blind. They'd let you bust that nigga up inside his head with a 2x4 in front of him. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I ain't seen nothing either. Give me that 250 right quick. Good look at it. I ain't seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you go in there and sleep with that brother wife because that nigga on the front line somewhere going to war. Nigga, give me 500. I ain't seen nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what they was doing. And like I said, when you read the story of Susanna, it was wicked judges from that they learned from niggas like these niggas that was doing the same thing in the time of Susanna. They told Susanna, look, man, if you don't give me them cheeks, I'm finna say a nigga came in here and you was having sex with him. Nigga, I'm about to allow you and get you put to death. Nigga, you what's up with them cheeks? You know what I'm saying? And she screamed out like how she was supposed to do. But them niggas learned that from niggas like Samuel's sons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Samuel's sons and them niggas is wicked as hell. It said, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judgment. These niggas took bribes. You understand? They took bribes. Like, if everybody knew you was supposed to be found guilty for something, they'd be like, hey, stop running in and out. I'm not gonna tell you again. You know what I'm saying? And they took bribes. They'd be like, man, look at I know, look at the odds against you. You know, the jury is 12 juries out there. 11 of them saying that nigga you guilty, so it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no hung jury, none of that nigga. 12 of these juries saying you guilty. They know you killed that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But look, you can give me $1 million, I'll make it go away for you. You know what I'm saying? Grease my hand, I'll make it go away for you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do for me? Oh, you got me for sure. We go to court, nigga. You don't even worry about it. Not guilty. Meanwhile, this nigga done shot up a whole school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what judges do nowadays. Them niggas that be shooting up schools and all that, nigga, their parents be judges and DEA agents and FBI. I know y'all seen that. I mean, it's speculation though. This is like it, because I ain't did my own research. I don't know how true it is. But there was a brother who got killed a few years back. I think it was like in 2014, probably 2013, 2012, in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I guess allegedly 2 white boys killed him, or they say they don't know what happened. You understand? But long story short, this nigga was playing basketball in the gym, and long story short, nigga, they found this nigga body wrapped up in the damn the wrestling mats. They found
Yeah,
this nigga,
right. I've seen that,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, and then come to find out that they say that the black boy who got found killed at school, he was sleeping with one of the white dude who allegedly killed him girlfriend. They in high school. He was sleeping with the white dude girlfriend, and then the white dude killed him. You know what I'm saying? I guess he slammed him and broke his neck, or he did something, and ended up killing him. And he rolled his body up in the wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? Because the white boy used to wrestle and shit, so he rolled his body up in the wrestling match, and then sorry, stop. You know what I'm saying? He rolled his body up in the wrestling match, and then come to find out that his dad was like a DEA agent or a CIA agent, and all these different things. And they came to the school and they covered it up, and they took parts out of the video, because it was a video that was at the scene. Then they took certain parts out. The only part of the video that you can see is him playing basketball, and then it just skipped to like a few periods later when everybody's gone, but it don't show nothing that actually happened. You understand?
Right.
All I say that to say is that them niggas, those white boys' dad, they locked in. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they bribed the judge, or they bribed the police, or they bribed somebody. They all in cahoots, man. You understand? And this is one of the reasons why the land fell into to evilness. You understand? Because you had wicked judges like this. It wasn't just a few of them. It wasn't just these niggas' 2 sons. All the judges was like that. You understand? It was money hungry. You know what I'm saying? But slack it for being long-winded. Can you read Baba Kishar? Verse 4.
Sir. Then all the elders, Salakia, verse 4. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah, and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways.
Right.
Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Right. They're like, nigga, you old, bro. You old, nigga, you done. You know what I'm saying? You was a good nigga. We mess with you. You cool and all that, but you done. You like 80, nigga. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You about to die any day. And then your sons, who you set your sons up to be judges. These niggas is evil. These niggas evil as hell. My cousin was supposed to get off on. They had people accusing him saying he killed somebody, and nigga, it was hella witnesses saying that he didn't do it. He wasn't even there. But all of a sudden he got found guilty. You know what I'm saying? Because your son's evil as hell. These niggas just they evil, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas we heard that people giving them money and they turn their eye to the truth. Man, your sons don't walk after your ways. They ain't like you. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading Baba Kishar.
Khan. But this thing, Salaki, verse 6. But this thing displeased Samuel. When they said,
so I can read verse 5 again, Baba Kishar?
Khan, sir. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Right. So they came to Samuel and for them, they was trying to be slick, trying to be like the heathen. They was like, man, look, man, you hella old. Your sons, them niggas, they don't keep the truth. They ain't in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just put us a king over us that's going, like, so we can be like the heathens. Put a king over us that can judge us and dictate what we can and can't do, and so we can be like the heathens. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. Let's do that for us. You know what I'm saying? Where was that at? It said, now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. That's good. That's Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians' main problem. They always wanted to be like the nations. Like we just read about the Lord proving us. The Lord wanted to prove that we wouldn't be like the nations. That's why we was in the wilderness for 40 years. The Lord wanted to prove that we would not be like the nations, that we wouldn't be like the nations that was round about us. And guess what? For some reason, we always want to be like the nations. But like I brought up earlier, like we always want to serve other gods because their God, these heathens' God, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Chemitology, whatever it's called, they God don't require you to be perfect or to change or none of that. You can do whatever the hell you want to do in those religions. Well, the God of this Bible, you can't live an alternative lifestyle. You can't do what you want to do. And then if you got a weak spirit, you gonna be like, man, I ain't serving that God, nigga. I'm
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they was doing right now. They're like, man, look, man, why you can't just put a judge? It'd be easier if you just put a judge over us, put a king over us. Put a king over us, man. I see all these heathens, they look like they having fun, they chilling. Why y'all gotta be so strict, nigga, with all this old religious stuff? And just put a king over it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was on. Keep reading.
So, like, sir, if I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead.
ask what you just said, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's just like today. Like every time the election year come and it's about to be a new president,
Thanks.
right? Man, just when they put Biden in office, I mean, it's every time. Like when we was younger, P. Diddy made the vote or die shirts.
Yep.
You know,
Snoop Dogg.
and these people who are so-called leaders in the Black, Latino, and Native American community that got somewhat of a social status in this country, they always want you to get out there and vote. You understand?
Right.
So you can basically like fall up under the same type of the same type of lifestyle of the heathen. Like I got an auntie, right? And this is like one of my daddy's older sister, right? And she like kind of well off. She owned a couple homes, all that type of stuff, right? So when Joe Biden was getting in office, it just reminded me of what you just brought out, sir. When Joe Biden was getting in the office, she sent me a text, right? And she was like, yeah, make sure y'all go vote and woo, woo, woo. So I'm telling my auntie, I'm like, yeah, auntie, we don't vote and we won't vote. Like, that ain't for us. You feel me?
Right.
And her only words was like in all caps, wow. Like she just couldn't believe it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like our people, they as far as being weak and being cowardly, they want to be married unto these other nations and be just like them, not understanding that you keep living like these other nations, it's gonna be your demise.
Right.
That's all I want to say.
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah, Most High Cracker, what you bringing out, that's facts. That absolutely correlate to what we're bringing out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like black people, like black people, they was all at the polls last year. We got to get Donald Trump out of office. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is our hope. You know what I'm saying? And what they gonna realize is that Joe Biden ain't gonna do a goddamn thing for you either. You thought getting Trump out the office was gonna stop racism in America? It was gonna stop white people from hating black people? No, man, it ain't gonna happen. And we was going through the same thing back then. You know what I'm saying? We thought that putting the king over us was gonna change something. It was gonna make life better for us. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna get into how that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make nothing better for us at all. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Verse 6, Baba Kashaw.
Verse 6. But this thing displeased Samuel. And when they said, give us a king to judge us. Salaki. But this thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord.
Right. So look at, you got to pay attention. Like it didn't displease Samuel that his sons was wicked as hell. That didn't displease him. Yes, he didn't give a damn about that. What he gave a damn about was black people, Hispanic, Native American Indians asking for a king. That's why I said, what did it say again?
Right.
But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. Not that his sons is wicked as hell and taking bribes and oppressing people, you understand, and stealing from people and stealing money. That didn't faze him. But what fazed him was black people asking for a king over them. You understand? Keep reading, Baba Kashaw. It said, and Samuel prayed into the Lord. And then Samuel like, oh, these niggas, bro. Damn, how many times y'all want to be like the heathen? Why y'all want to keep doing this? Nigga, we already had to be in the wilderness 40 years. You niggas want to, God damn, man, Lord, man, please, man, don't kill these, don't kill my people off. You know what I'm saying? Don't make some Samuel nights. Please don't kill these niggas off and make some Samuel. Because that's what the Lord was going to do in the wilderness. That nigga was going to kill all the Israelites and make some Moabites. You know what I'm saying? That's how hot we had the Lord. That's how mad we had this nigga. Like, man, y'all niggas want to what, nigga? Y'all want to go against the nigga I put above y'all and then turn around and ask for a king. Say y'all want to go back to Egypt. Now y'all want a king like the Egyptians. Now y'all want a king like the Jezebites and the Zidonianites and all these different people. You understand, man? Y'all,
Right.
you crazy, man. That's why Samuel was like, man, these niggas is tripping, man. Then
Right.
Lord, please don't kill my people, man. You understand? Please don't kill my people. And if it wasn't for Lord, like Moses, that's why Moses, and it's so crazy that Moses didn't make it to the promised land for one discrepancy. You understand? Because he the only person that ever changed the Lord's mind. You understand? He told his Lord was like, nigga, look, I'm killing them. This is what's going to happen. And he told him like, man, no, please don't do it. Please, Lord. Because if you kill them, all the other nations, they're going to make fun and say, look at this people that he brought out of the land of Egypt just to kill in the
Right.
wilderness. Please don't do it, Lord. I don't want no Moabites. I don't want no niggas after me. Just please don't kill my people. And the Lord's like, you know what? You're right. I ain't going to kill them. You understand? And he still didn't make it to the damn wilderness. You know, that's
Right.
crazy, man. You understand?
Right.
What do you say? Yeah. So basically, I was just saying that nigga, he didn't give a damn about his sons being evil. That nigga was mad that you niggas wanted a king. That we wanted a goddamn king. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We wanted to be like the heathen. What scripture was that?
That was
Uh,
6. You want me to go to 7, sir?
Yeah, 7. Yep, Mama Kashah.
Come with kind. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.
Man, like he said, and yeah, listen to what all they saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't rejecting you. They like you, Samuel. You know what I'm saying? They gave a report. You know what I'm saying? You've been a good dude to them. And all the people love you, Samuel. They ain't rejecting you. They rejected me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You by black, Hispanic, Native American Indians asking for a king, you reject God. You understand? You sinning against God by asking that. You understand? When you go vote like Criallo just bringing out, trying to vote for Joe Biden because you think that's gonna make America less racist or whatever the case, then you sinning against God, man. You understand? Right. You sinning against God. What did he say? He said, "And to the voice of the Lord thy God, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me." You reject God when you do that,
Right.
man. When you take on that type of spirit, man. And sadly to say, a majority are people like that. Just like Cryon was bringing out, you got Puff Daddy talking about vote or die. You had Snoop Dogg talking about vote or die. You got all these people that's almost like judges over us, telling us to vote or die. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, voting we've been voting for the last 56 years, and they ain't helped black people. You understand?
Right.
And then on top of that, you understand? Let's talk about Christ for a minute, a little sidebar. Let's talk about Christ. I'm saying, how did Christ die? Is there like Chris crying like, if I may, how did Christ die? You know how Christ died?
They voted to kill him.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Democracy killed Christ. Voting killed Christ. You understand? That's what killed the King of Israel, the King of Black Hispanic Native American Indians. Voting. You understand? And then this is what our people love to do, and that's why Black Hispanic Native American Indians we can't make those type of decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We think that trying to get Donald Trump out of office and getting Joe Biden in there is going to help us. We don't know how to make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? We think by getting voting for Bill Clinton again and making sure Bush Jr. don't become president, we think that's helping us. You understand? We thinking that joining the Black Lives Matter movement and protesting every time a white man kills somebody, but not when a black man kills somebody, is helping us. That's why Black Lives Matter, they're going to have to change their damn name in the next few years to Black Lives 2.0 or something. They're going to have to the new Black Lives Matter. Because what y'all doing don't make sense, man. You understand? What y'all doing don't make sense, and it all comes from you trying to be like the oppressor. You trying to be like the heathens. You understand?
Right.
Can you read Baba Shah?
Verse 8. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherein they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And what he said in the 7th verse, he said that I should not reign over them. But we rejected God, and we didn't want God to reign over us. We wanted a man to reign over us and be judge over us and be king over us. You understand? And guess what? What that do? When you do that, you forget about everything the Lord ever did for you. You forget about the Lord bringing you out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And killing the firstborn of the Egyptians and sending them plagues all over the Egyptians. You understand? You forget about you being a separate people, being a holy people unto the Lord thy God. You forget
Right.
about your culture and your heritage when you do that. You understand? Because it's not our cult. I mean, now it is. You understand? Because who's our king? Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? Who everybody calls Jesus Christ. That's our king now. But we never had a king prior to that though. I mean,
Right.
I mean, it's like not whenever we had a king prior to that. But what I'm saying is that it wasn't our way of life to have a king. You
Right.
understand? How we judged our people and ruled our people was how we did it. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord was like, nigga, he was amazed, like, damn, nigga, y'all want to be like the Africans? Y'all want a king over y'all? Maybe how they govern their people ain't the same way how we should govern our people. Maybe it's not in our best interest to govern our people how they do it. You know what I'm saying? But black people and Hispanics, we ain't take that into consideration. And that's why we Christians right now. That's why we Muslims right now. You understand? That's why you go to Mexico, nigga, the Mexicans, they worshiping Christ's mama like, nigga, like she God. They got the
Right.
little rosary beads and nigga, it's serious. They light 100 candles a night. Nigga, it's serious. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really know how to serve God by being in these religions. You understand? But keep reading Bible Geshah.
Now, what kind, sir? Now, therefore, so like it. Oh, you kind. Now, therefore, hearken unto their voice, howbeit, yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them.
He said, bet. Y'all niggas want a king? All right, bet. Hey, so look, Samuel, this is what you do. Tell them the manner of the king that they gonna have over them. What does manner mean? Manner is behavior. Show them the behavior and the characteristics of the king that they gonna have over them. Since they want a king so bad, they think that this is the way out. This is the solution. You understand? They want to vote for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Every year you think you picking a lesser evil. This president act hella evil. So who's that? Who's he running up against? Oh, he running up against him? I'm voting for him because that nigga, he blatantly evil. Meanwhile, this nigga
Right.
evil than him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so
Right.
you think this gonna work for you? For sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so Samuel, look, check this out. Tell them this how it's gonna go. This is what type of king they gonna have over him. Read Bible Geshah.
Right. Kind. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself.
Man,
For
look,
his
the sons that you slacking, Bible Geshah. The sons
Go
that
ahead,
you
sir.
got, he gonna take your sons and he gonna appoint them for himself. Your sons gonna work for him. Your sons ain't gonna be on your farm tending to the chickens in the morning and feeding the damn the damn pig slop and you know what I'm saying, tending to your farm so you can hand it down to them. They ain't gonna be doing that. They gonna work for this king. Keep reading Bible Geshah.
Kind. And appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots.
Right, meaning that these niggas, your sons gonna get took off your farm, get took off your land, build your land up. You know what I'm saying? Making sure y'all all eat. Your son's gonna get took, and he gonna become a servant to this king, and he gonna build this nigga chariots up. You understand? He gonna put every little piece on the chariot, the wheels, the axle, the parts you stand on, the reins. He gonna be building this nigga chariots. You understand? When he could be on your damn farm helping you. You understand? That's what he gonna be doing. Slack, what did it say again? Slakia. It said, what we at 10?
12, sir.
Oh yeah, Slakia 12, Slakia. And it said, oh
No,
yeah,
that was 11 out of 1. 12 is the next one.
okay for sure. It said for his chariots and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots. God damn. Nigga said, you gonna run before his chariots. Like this nigga gonna pull up and you gonna be like you down there gonna be the horse. Matter of fact, nigga, it's gonna be like 300. You down there gonna be carrying this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be carrying this big nigga. It's gonna be about 6 of y'all carrying this nigga, running with him. You know, like man, come on, that's what your son's gonna be doing since you want a king so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep reading Bible Geshah.
Kind. And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s. And he will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest and to make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots.
Right, and it said, and will set them to ear his ground and to reap the harvest. Meaning that your son, instead of working in your fields for you and working on your farms for you, your son's gonna be on this nigga farm. Your son's gonna be in this nigga fields picking all the grapes and olives for him, all and throwing all the bad grapes away and picking all the good ones and giving them to him. He ain't gonna be
Right.
working on your farm like he's supposed to. That's what it means when it said, and will set them to ear his ground and to reap the harvest. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be working in this man field. You understand? They ain't gonna be worried about their father no more because they work for him. And what else to say? It said, and to make him instruments of war and instruments of his chariots. Man, they're gonna be making this king the best swords, the best javelins, which is a spear. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be making this nigga the best little daggers, the best arrows, and you know what I'm saying, the best saddles to sit on. They're gonna be making him the best, all that when they can be doing this for their damn family. They can be doing this for their dad. They're gonna be doing this for
Right.
this nigga and his family. You know what I'm saying? Since you want a king so bad. Keep reading, Bogashaw.
Khan. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers.
You know what I'm saying? Confectionaries. What does it mean? What does confectionaries mean? Let me look that up. I think it got something to do with like oils or food.
I think Salaki, so I think it's like baking cakes or something like that.
Yeah, let me see.
Being
Let me
like
look it up.
pastry chefs, something like that.
You see confectionaries. So lock here, bear with me. Confectionaries. Yeah, I think you're right though.
Oh yeah. It's like basically a person who makes sweets, candies, like chocolate shit like that. Salaki, stuff like that.
All right, okay, yeah. So what did it say? It said, and he will take your daughters to be confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers. Meaning, man, they're gonna be making this nigga all type of sweet cakes and honey buns and zoom zooms and wham whams and you know what I'm saying. They're gonna be in the kid. Your daughter can be at home cooking you all this after you come from dealing with your sheep, herding your sheep, and you know what I'm saying, dealing with whatever the hell you got to deal with, building tables like Christ's father used to do. Yo, though, you gonna come home and your daughters and your wives, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be in the castle somewhere cooking for King Saul. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to come home and make a damn TV dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you read, Baba Gashaw?
Khan. Verse, what was that? Verse 14. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants.
Man, he said he gonna take your vineyards and your olive yard, even the best of them. You understand? You ain't gonna get that virgin olive, that extra virgin olive oil. I don't know if that's really a good one. Whatever good one it is, nigga, you ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the stuff that niggas really don't want like that. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the stuff that you find, you know what I'm saying, in Louis Vuitton somewhere, nigga, or you know what I'm saying, in a cologne place. But you gonna get the stuff that you get at the damn swap meet or the Dollar Tree. You gonna get the watered down stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he said, your vineyards, what he say? And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. Man, he gonna take everything in your field, whatever you growing in your field, in your vineyards, your olive trees. He gonna take all of that. All of that belongs to him now. You understand? Because he's the king. This is who y'all wanted. Y'all wanted him to be over you. Y'all wanted him to be raised up above you. So guess what? He need everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to give him everything like he got. Keep reading verse 15.
Yeah, so like it, sir, if I may, just
go ahead.
side. This sounds like a Christian pastor or one of the black leaders that got all this money today.
Facts.
Hell yeah. Exactly like a P. Diddy or Al Sharpton or Oprah Winfrey.
Facts.
Damn.
Facts. They know. And look, guess what? It's definitely talking about them. Watch. Keep reading. Watch.
Damn. So like here. Verse 15. And he will take the tenth of your seed, damn, and of your vineyards, and give to his officers and to his servants.
Now you see that? Look at that. That's
That's
that.
hard.
Because what you saying, that's why you caught it. You wise. You caught it, nigga. This is definitely talking about your Christian pastor. You understand?
Damn.
That's the king that you set up over you nowadays. Your Christian pastor, your Muslim imam. Because you go to church every Sunday, and guess what? You pay tithes. You get them 10%. But what the Bible say? The Bible say 10% supposed to go to the Lord. You understand? The Bible, the 10% supposed to go to the Lord. Nigga, you paying 10% to this wicked, evil nigga that's like Samuel's sons. You understand? I was taking bribes and turning their eyes, and guess what? This nigga getting rich off of that, nigga. Like this nigga, he buying his wife Lamborghini trucks. Now you see that pastor? That nigga he's caught cheap with a young girl. You understand? And his wife everybody found, the whole world found out, and he bought his wife a Lamborghini truck.
Right.
How the hell was he able to do that? Because he's taking y'all money. This nigga been pimping on grandmama since the damn 70s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This is directly talking about your Christian pastor. The 10% supposed to go to the Lord. You understand? That's why Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua for Commander Junior Hunter. Like Commander Junior Hunter take the 10% and he give it back to the nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna give Israel a salary. He don't need it to go buy no jet. He don't need to go buy no Lamborghini. You would never see Commander Junior Hunter a Lamborghini and a Bentley truck. You would never see that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know why? Because he understands there's Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians out here that's homeless, that need food, that need money, that need clothing, that need housing. You understand? And he understand that. And he'd never do that. But your Christian pastor, he's just like Saul. He's just like Samuel's sons. He don't give a damn about none of that. He won't, nigga. Not only did he take everything from you, take your yard from you, take your vineyards and your fields from you, but he still want 10% after he already took everything. Like, goddamn, nigga, you been stealing from my grandma for nigga. Since I was born in 91. I'm 30. This niggas is born in the late 70s, 80s. Grandma that been going to church that long. You've been stealing for like 30 something years. You didn't took nigga. She lost her house. You know what I'm saying? She don't got a damn car. She don't got nothing, and she still coming to church paying you 10%. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. That's evil. That's evil, bro. That's evil as hell, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading Bible Bull. Yeah. And Most High Christ for catching that, because nigga, as soon as you said it, the next verse was nigga pointed it out for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, verse 16, Baba Shah.
Verse 16. And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodly young men and your asses and put them to his work.
Right, he gonna take all your servants, everybody that used to work for you, they not gonna work for you no more. You understand? You ain't gonna have no little hole in the wall company baking cakes or making shirts or doing haircuts. Everybody that used to work for you, whatever business you got, they work for the king now. They ain't got time to work for you. Because the king got to make sure he's fresh. He got to make sure all his captains and officers and he got to make sure all them niggas fresh. You know what I'm saying? The common people don't matter. Niggas in the world don't matter. Y'all ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't work for the king, you ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was doing, man. Keep reading Baba Kashab.
Verse 18. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you, which he shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day.
Right. And then, then you gonna find out like, damn, nigga, I should have never wanted this damn king over me, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no God to pray to. I ain't got no, man, I gotta start calling on the Lord. Man, Lord, please get me out of this situation I'm in right now, man. Lord, please, can you look over my family? Man, Lord, can you gonna start doing all that? You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is the Lord is everybody. The Lord should be your first result, but for Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, for some reason, he your last result. Like niggas always gonna call a nigga when it's spunky. You know what I'm saying? When there's something going on, he's your last result. And guess what? For that reason, the Lord ain't gonna hear you. Nigga, this is what you asked for, and that's another reason why you should understand that. Be careful what you ask for, man, because you can ask for something, and it might not be necessarily what you need. You know what I'm saying? It might not be in your best interest. We reading it right now. The children of Israel they asked for a king, and nigga, it wasn't in their best interest to have no king. They wanted to be like them stinking heathen Africans and have a king over them. and reverence the king instead of reverencing God, and it wasn't in their best interest. And guess what?
Right.
When it all falls down, it's like it. You know what I'm saying? When it all fall down, nigga, you start asking God, nigga, man, please, God, get this nigga stop him from being king. This nigga then
Right.
stole my yard, stole my field, stole my vineyards. This nigga even stole my goddamn kids. I ain't even
Right.
got nobody to tend to help me tend to my farm no more. You know what I'm saying? My farm in shambles. I'm finna lose it. You understand? Like my grapes, all my fruit, my everything going bad. You understand, man? Man, look at man. Lord, stop this nigga from being king. This nigga evil as hell. And this is the type of spirit black people should have right now when it regarding that Christian church and the Muslim mob.
Right.
That's the type of spirit you should feel. You should understand that, nigga, you've been having this nigga king over you, your pastor king over you for the last 200 years. And nigga, and black people getting more destroyed more and more every day. More and more every day we getting destroyed. You understand? You supposed to question that. You understand?
Damn right.
I need to plug this damn cord up, man. Just keep reading Baba Shah. Forget it.
Khan, verse 19. Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, "Nay, but we will have a king over us." Damn.
Man, look at they instead of them being like, yeah, yes, nigga, we hear what you saying. Yeah, you know what? You right. You was a good judge. You was a righteous judge. You got good judgment. Yeah, man, we don't need no king. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, they didn't do that. They said, yeah, man, we hear what you saying, all that, and he gonna do all that, take our sons and our daughters and our vineyards, and you know what I'm saying? And our daughters gonna cook for them. Yeah, we hear you, but give us a king though.
Right.
That's Israel. They say, yeah, we hear all that shit you saying. It's like, yeah, we hear all that mess you saying, but give us a king though. You know,
Right.
we want a king. We want to be like the heathens. We don't worry about whatever you talking about later. You know, something like that. You know, keep reading Baba Shah.
Khan, verse 20. That we also may be like all the nations.
Cause
And
what?
that we also may be like all the nations.
Man, that's the conclusion of the whole matter. They didn't want a king because they feel like a king is what they really needed. They just wanted to be like the Africans. You know what I'm saying? That they wanted to be like, and this is why the Lord had to prove us coming out of Egypt, and then in the wilderness for 40 years. I'm gonna keep going back to that because that's the whole point. Because he knew niggas like they weren't tested long enough, man. He knew niggas was gonna do this, man. You understand? So just imagine if we weren't tested imagine if the Lord only tested us for 10 years. You understand? It probably wouldn't even be in Israel right now. Lord probably would have been wiped us out. You understand? It said that. What did it say? Read it again, John.
Khan, that we may also be like all the nations.
Man, look, we just want to be like the other nations. Everybody else got kings. The Asians got kings. The white man got a king. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese got a king. The Africans got a king. You know what I'm saying? What make us different? Why we got to be different? Why we can't just be like everybody else? Everybody else doing it. Why we can't do it? It's down like it's crazy because when you be reading these stories, man, it's like Israel's soft. Like we easily peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? To just do some nigga, why? Nigga, why? You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. But keep reading Baba Shah.
Khan, sir. And that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles.
Yeah, right. Because it looked good. You know what I'm saying? We heard everything you said, Samuel, but it looked clean. You know what I'm saying? When we see them Africans going to battles, fighting other Africans and all that, and they got the king sitting on a horse and everybody else on feet with spears, and he's sitting on a horse, he got the sword in his hand, like, yeah, man, we gonna kill them. And he walking back and forth, and you know what I'm saying, on that horse, man, that looked clean, man. We need a king over us to do that. You understand? We need the king over us to do it. Not only to take us to battle and take us out to battle, but the nigga to judge us as well. What did it say? It said, and go out before us and fight for our battles. Man, this is crazy. Like, nigga, we wanted a king for like what the like the Lord was already fighting our battles, Salakia. Like the Lord literally, like we got our Independence Day is Passover. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord fought a whole battle for us, killed the firstborn of the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? Parted the Red Sea, killed the Egyptian army, and all the Himmel plagues. And look, we didn't have to pick up a sword, a gun, a rock, a slingshot. We didn't have to do nothing. You
Right.
understand? But we don't want to give that reverence to God. What do we rather do? We rather do what? And put a king, or say that we also may be like the nations, that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles. We want a man
Right.
to fight our battles for us, man. You understand? And that go back to you
Right.
vote. You know what I'm saying? You expect Donald Trump and Joe Biden and Barack Obama to fight your battles. They don't give a damn about what's going on in your community. You understand?
Right.
Because they already done took your vineyards. They already done took your sons and daughters. You understand? They already done took everything from you. What the hell they gonna fight for you for? You understand? It don't make no sense, man. You understand? Read the last two scriptures, Baba Gashar.
Kamakan, sir. Verse 21. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them in the ears of the Lord.
Meaning he went to the Lord. He told the Lord, like, man, look it. I told them what type of king they gonna have when they get one, but they told me they don't care. They said they want a king to be put over them, to take them to battle and to judge them. That's what they want. Keep reading, Baba Gashar.
Kamakan, verse 22. And the Lord said to Samuel, hearken unto the voice, hearken unto their voice, and make them a king. And Samuel said unto the men of Israel, go ye every man unto his city.
So the Lord sweat. The Lord said, "Oh, that's what they want." Okay, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? No sweat. Give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? You told them what type of king they gonna have, and they still want it. No sweat. Give
Right.
them what they want. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. And so Samuel told everybody, because he was a judge at the time. He told everybody to go back to their city. Everybody go back to your city. Go back to Beersheba, Jerusalem, wherever the hell you from. Just go back to your city. I'll get with you in a second. So let's go to drop down to chapter 9 and 15.
Kamakan, sir. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, and verse 15. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, tomorrow, about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel, that he may save my people out of the hand of the Philistines. For I have looked upon my people, because their cry has come unto me.
Right. So he said tomorrow around this time, you know what I'm saying, after everybody went back to their cities, Saul came to Samuel, and Samuel told Saul, look, you're going to be the captain. The Lord want me to put you captain over the people. Basically, king. He want me to put you king over all the people. You understand? And what you need to do, you need to defeat the Philistines. You understand? You need to kill these heathen nations as Africans that's in our land right now. You understand? Keep reading, Baba Gashar.
Come, sir. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, behold, the man who I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people.
Right. So the Lord was like, man, that man I was just speaking to you of is the same man that was in your presence. That brother Saul, who gonna be a wicked king over them, that I'm gonna put him as king over them. That brother you just seen right there, that's gonna be the king. So tomorrow, make sure you know what I'm saying, bring that brother up before the congregation. You know what I'm saying? Tell that nigga a Majim Shabbat, a Majim. You know what I'm saying? Put the oil on his head. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be the king over him. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Right. Come, sir. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is.
So,
verse 19. But, sir. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me into the high place, for ye shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let thee go, and I will tell thee all that is in thine heart.
Yeah, he said, man, I'm that seer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know. What seer means? Seer was an old word for prophet. You know what I'm saying? I'm the prophet that you need to talk to. You looking for him? I'm that man. Keep going to verse 20, Baba Gashar.
Come, sir. And as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are found, and on whom is all the desire of Israel. Is it not on thee and on all thy father's house?
Right.
Verse 21. And Saul answered and said, am not I a Benjamite?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Let's stop there right quick and let's go to Let's go to Samuel's 15 and 1. Salakia. You understand? So basically, Samuel talked to Saul, and he told Saul, "You gonna be the king that's over the Israelites." So let's drop that. Let's jump to 15, chapter 15, verse 1.
First Samuel chapter 15 and verse 1. Samuel said unto Saul, "The Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel."
Right. This is where the first king come from. The first king of Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians was King Saul. You understand? Really, to me, it was King David, but nigga, technically, it was King Saul. I only say that about King David because King David was righteous for the most part. King Saul was evil. From the first order he got, he was evil. From the first order he ever got, he did not obey it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is where the first king of Israel come from. Can you read Baba Kasha?
Now therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remembered that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt.
Right. So nigga, so Samuel told him, hey man, so check it out, man. You finna be the king, my nigga. This what you finna need to do. Hey man, look, the Lord remember what the Amalekites did. What them white men did, what Esau did when we left Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He remembered what them did. So what you need to do is you need to go and attack them and kill all of them. That's what the Lord wants you to do. Because that's what the Amalekites did when we was leaving Egypt. The Amalekites, which is the white man, which is Esau, this nigga so evil. You know what I'm saying? Like when we used to walk, you know what I'm saying, especially in the wilderness or wherever we was when we had to migrate, we had all the strong men in the front, all the men of war, we had them in the front. And then we had the women, the children, the elderly, the sick, we had them in the back. And what this nigga, what the white man love to do is he loved to, instead of attacking us head on where his men of war at, this nigga go around, you know what I'm saying, to where we can't see him, and he'll start killing the women, children, the kids, and the old people in the back. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord was like, nigga, that's why Samuel was like, and then we got some old business we need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? You king over Israel now, I'm gonna anoint you, like I just said. So as soon as I anoint you, this is what you need to do. You need to go kill the Amalekites for what they did to us, because we ain't did nothing to them. We strong now. You the king now. We a nation. Man, go kill them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. Keep reading, Baba Gashaw.
Come on, sir. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
No, God love everybody. Nigga, the guy this Bible, nigga. I don't want to hear God love everybody. Nigga, this nigga said, go and smite Amalek utterly, destroy all that they have, and spare not. Man, the Lord didn't say spare none of them. You know what I'm saying? He said slay both man and woman, and infant and suckling. He said destroy the white man, the woman, the young boy, and the infant, and the suckling. Meaning the baby that's still on his mom's breast, kill that too. And on top of that, nigga, kill the goddamn ox, the cows, kill the sheep, kill the ram, whatever the hell they eat, kill everything. If it move, kill it. You know what I'm saying? This the God of this Bible, man. You understand? This the God and it's righteous because they came and they killed, and we gonna get into it. They killed our women. They killed our children. You know what I'm saying? They killed our old and sick. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did to us. We just were repaying them the favor. You understand? So this is what the Lord said, go kill them, man. So we're gonna see what Saul did. Keep reading, Baba Gashak. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telaim, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites.
Right, so he told the Ken, he went down and he seen the Kenites. I don't know who the hell the Kenites is. They probably some Africans 9 times out of 10. Yep.
I believe the Kenites is a faction of the Levites if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is that right?
I believe it's one of the families of the Levites. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So he said, let me know when you got that too. You know what I'm saying? He said, go, he seen the Kenites and he was like, man, look, this is what y'all need to do. Man, y'all, when we left Egypt, y'all niggas was like nice to us. Y'all ain't do nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't attack us. Y'all ain't take nothing from us. Look at, we finna kill the Amalekites. Y'all need to separate from them. Get as far as away from them as y'all can. Take all y'all belongings, because the Lord want us to kill the Amalekites. And you seen what the Lord did to the Egyptians. You understand? And that's why the oppressor is so bold. Because like heathen nations, they was hearing about what God did to the Egyptians and freed us out of slavery and bondage. And they was, the 9 times out of 10, they was scared to go against Israel and fight against us. They were like, man, these niggas got the God. They got the God of they got the God of the earth, the God of the world. You know what I'm saying? With them, we don't want to fight against them. With your oppressor, he's so much of a devil. That nigga didn't give a damn. He was like, man, look, we don't mess with them. Nigga, as soon as they walk past us, then we finna start killing their women and children and old people. You understand? But what did it say? He said he told the Kenites to depart. You know what I'm saying? He said, what did he say? For he showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they camped up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And then they left from among the Amalekites. They was like, man, look, I see you when I see you. I might not see you again. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, but nigga, we gone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to have to take no part into what these Israelites doing. You understand? Did you get that?
So like, I think I was wrong on that one, sir. It's saying it's a group of people that lived around the Canaanites.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10 it was Africans, because that's why I said, well, I'm gonna read it. It said, for ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they camped up out of the land of Egypt. So it's making a separation.
Yeah,
they wouldn't with us. You know what I'm saying? But they wanted the Africans or heathens, whatever the hell, Arabs that didn't do nothing to us when we was leaving Egypt. You understand? Like everybody else tried to do. Can you read Baruch verse 7?
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. Verse 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Right. So Saul, he killed all the Amalekites. That nigga killed. I mean, Sluggy. He started killing all the Amalekites, and he obeyed the order that was given by the Lord. You understand? But what did he do? He took Agag back. So let's see how this play out. Can you read Bogishaw?
Verse 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
Man, so look at why did the people why did the people spare the best sheep and the best oxen and the fatlings of the lambs and everything that's good? Why did they spare everything that was good? You understand? Because they following after Saul. And Saul didn't listen to the Lord. Because what did the Lord say? The Lord said, kill everything that moves. Nigga, whether it's a sheep, an oxen, a fatling, a lamb, whatever the hell it is, if it move, kill it. You know what I'm saying? Right. For what they did to us when we was leaving Egypt. But what did Saul do? Saul took King Agag. He killed everybody. He left King Agag. The children of Israel, they took the good sheep, the good cow. They're like, we're gonna make some good hamburgers tonight. Nigga, I'm finna make some oxtails, nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta worry about, you know, the ones we get at the store and it ain't got no meat on it. These ones finna have some meat on it. So we finna have some curry lamb, and they good to taking all the damn animals to take back to eat. And the Lord said to kill everybody. You understand?
Right.
And then keep reading Baruch verse 10.
Okay, sir. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, it repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me and have not performed any commandments.
Man, look, Man, if you get an order, man, it's a righteous order. Do that order. You understand? If it's unrighteous, nigga tell you go kill somebody or something or go still, no, obviously don't do it. But if you get an order like this, man, you supposed to complete that order. But like I said earlier, some niggas ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas be like, "Nigga, you want me to do what? Kill literally everybody? I can't kill everybody. I'm telling you, I'm gonna lead the king. I kill everybody. I'm gonna lead the king though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell was the purpose of you, like, leaving the king? And then like people follow you. They wanted the king so bad to follow a king, to reverence the king. So when they seen that you saved the king alive and you didn't kill everybody like the Lord said, they think that serving the Lord is a game. They think that he didn't kill everything. That nigga left the king. They don't take this sheep, nigga. That nigga, he left the king. I'm finna take this ox, nigga. Y'all finna take this gold. Nigga, that nigga left the king, and he ain't kill everything. Why I gotta kill everything? That's how black people think. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing it, so why I gotta do it? That's how black people think. You know what I'm saying? That's why Saul messed up. And that's what did he say? And he said, then came the word of the Lord unto Saul, saying, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he turned back from following me. Man, he turned back from following the Lord, man. You understand? The Lord gave this nigga one order. This nigga had one job. This nigga had one job, and he couldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even do it. Keep reading about Bashar.
And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night.
Man, and it grieved Samuel, and he cried to the Lord all night because Samuel liked Saul. Samuel was friends with Saul. And he was just like, damn, man, this nigga is messed up, man. What the hell the Lord finna do now, nigga? The Lord don't, nigga, you don't bear the Lord, nigga. Somebody down there, he needs blood behind that. That's what type of guy we serve. Nigga, you disobey the Lord, nigga, he down there needs somebody got to die behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, so Samuel, he's like, God damn, nigga, what's the Lord finna do now, man? Damn, this nigga was supposed to kill everybody. This nigga ain't even do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop to 13.
Verse 13. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord. Verse 14.
Right, hold on, Slack. This nigga Samuel said to Saul. This nigga he said, and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord. Nigga, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Nigga, no, you didn't. And look, God said you killed everything, and you brought the king back. These niggas over here got sheep and all that. Nigga, no, you didn't. Right. You didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? You read about the shot? Yeah. Go ahead.
And Samuel said, what meaneth then this? Bleating of sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
Stop, silent. Peace, class. You know what I'm saying? This nigga said, oh, yo, you did what the Lord said? Nigga, then why the hell do I hear sheep? Why is it cows mooing and all that? You know what I'm saying? Why is it little fatling little lambs crying and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas then chopping their damn necks off, putting them on the damn grill, making curry chicken and all that. Why the hell am I hearing all this? Why the hell am I hearing this if you listen to what the Lord said to do? Like, nigga, you didn't listen, nigga. Keep reading my
verse 15. And Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites, where the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed.
Man, so look at this nigga. Saul this nigga tried to blame the people. Nigga, I brought the king back. Them niggas did that. I ain't tell them to do that. They want to grab the sheep and all that. I ain't tell them to do all that. Nah, nigga, they following you. They seen you grab the king back and was taking them hostages, and you wasn't finna kill him, and you had them just tied up and in the back of the damn fucking, the slack of the chariot. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, look, I'm about to start taking gold. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta destroy everything like he previously told us. Nigga, man, we can take some sheep and shit. You know what I'm saying? We can do all that. But he tried to say that, man, I ain't had that. Instead of taking accountability and be like, you know what, yeah, these niggas up me. I did that. Yeah, you show right. I talked the niggas follow me. You know what I'm saying? I was selling drugs, them niggas start selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they see me getting at whores, them niggas start getting at whores. So like, it's on me. That nigga was like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Nigga, that ain't me, nigga. Keep going, Baba Kashaw.
Verse 16. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on.
All right,
Verse
so
17.
to go to 18,
Go ahead.
Baba Kashaw.
Jump to 18.
Yeah, for time's sake.
Sir. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Verse 19. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
Man, the Lord told him to kill all the Amalekites. The Amalekites was they stand against Israel. Lord said, man, kill all of them. And he didn't do that. This nigga brought Agag back. And this nigga brought sheep back and all that. Keep reading, Baba Kashaw.
Verse 20. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
In his head, he think that he did what God wanted, what the Lord wanted. He's like, I did what he wanted. I just brought Agag back. I did exactly what he wanted. Only thing I did that was out of the order was I brought Agag back. Well, he tripping off of that? I didn't know he was tripping off of that. Damn, I'll kill the nigga if you want me to. This is what he thinking. Keep going, Baba Kashaw.
Sir. Verse 21. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Man, look, all I did was bring Agag back. The people took the sheep and oxen. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm just the king. I didn't tell them niggas to do that. Them niggas took the sheep and oxen and did all that. It wasn't on me that they did that. Keep reading, Baba Kashaw.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, Hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
And what it say? It said, obey what?
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
You know what I'm saying?
And to hearken than the fat of rams.
Right, nigga, it's better to obey than to sacrifice. Because that's what Israel was doing all day. We had sinned against God, and we would be like, you know what, God, we've been spoiling these Africans, trying to get them about our land for the last 200 years. So, yeah, we got enough sheep to spare. Or I slept with that brother wife, here go a nice lamb. Or I killed that nigga up the block, here go a nice sheep. I'm going to move to this city because I killed the nigga. Oh, man, I did this against the Lord. Here's a nice little fat little cow right quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't mean to do that, Lord. That's what we was doing. But what does Samuel say? Samuel say it's better to obey than sacrifice, man. It's better to obey the law, statutes, and commandments, and to the obedience of the Lord. It's better to you obey than to sacrifice, man. It's better for you to obey than to keep sacrificing Christ over and over and over again. Because every time you sin, that's exactly what you do. You just sacrificing Christ over and over again. You understand? Because he died for your sins. So you commit adultery, you sacrificing Christ. You know what I'm saying? You become homosexual, you sacrificing Christ. You pick up that cigarette, you sacrificing Christ. That's what you're doing over and over again. And what he say is better to obey than to sacrifice. And we're gonna find out why. What verse was that? 22?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, 23, Baba Kashaw.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and that's then they're talking about these fake Israelites. You understand? Like these niggas. What'd you say, Baba Kashaw?
I said right, sir. Damn
yeah,
right.
These niggas is stubborn, and what it say? And stubbornness is an iniquity and idolatry. You know what I'm saying? These niggas stubborn. These niggas wanna, you know what I'm saying? They know ISUBK is the home of the truth. They know what they all started in ISUBK in 1969. But this is what these niggas want to do. They want to go put fringes on the bottom of their shirt like they're gonna dress. Like these niggas gay. So like it. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want to go get lineups and get dreads and twist on them and make them look all pretty. They want to do all these different things. You know what I'm saying? And be stubborn instead of listening to the priests and prophets of the Lord. Nigga, we serious just like Sammy was. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Y'all niggas is like Saul. Y'all want to listen to what Samuel told Saul to do that came from the Lord. We tell black people all the time, you gotta get off drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, fringes on the shirt, it ain't against the law, it's just inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not an Israelite custom. Nobody ever did that. You know what I'm saying? Hey nigga, Israelites never had dreads. It's not Israelite. It's not against the law. Matter of fact, it is against the law because that's a heathen custom. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to do that. But these niggas so stubborn thinking that just because they found out that they're Israelite, that they in the truth. Nah, nigga, John kept all the laws. And nigga, what did Christ say? He shall be least in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who else shall be least in the kingdom? Sinners. But John didn't sin, so why he least in the kingdom? Because he was out of order. He didn't follow Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This Bible it ain't deep, but it's deeper than what the hell y'all think. You understand? So let's drop that. Let's go to 28. These are the last 2-3 scriptures. Drop that 28.
You said 28, sir?
Yeah, 28. Yep.
Okay. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord hath rent the kingdom out of Israel from thee this day, and hath given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou.
And he said, nigga, because you didn't want to listen to the Lord and do everything he told you to do, you understand? Keep all his laws, statutes, and commandments that he told you to do regarding these heathens, man, the Lord stripped this kingdom from you. You understand?
Right.
He gave you somebody that's better than you, that will listen. You understand? And then we all know the story of King David. King David was a king. He did all that. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, Baba Shaw.
Verse 29. And also the strength of Israel would not lie nor repent, for he is not a man that he should repent.
Man, the Lord ain't got to repent from nothing. Because who's the strength of Israel? The strength of Israel is the Most High, is God. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to repent from nothing. You understand? Keep going, Baba Shaw.
Verse 30. Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now, I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord thy God.
And he said, okay, man, look, I sin. You know what I'm saying? But don't do this in front of all these people. Don't do all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, just, you know what I'm saying? Just honor me in front of them so they can keep following me. So they can keep listening to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can continue to be a king. Then I serve God again. I know I messed up and I ain't obey and do all his commandments and I did whatever the hell I wanted to do. But I serve God again. Nigga, it's too late.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a day late and $1 short, nigga. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing you can do, nigga, now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Baba Shaw.
Verse 31. So Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshiped the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Verse 32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And
So
Agag came to him delicately. And Agag said, go ahead, sir.
No, keep going.
Sir. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past.
Man, so this nigga Saul is like, nigga, you already sinned against God. Ain't no way around it, nigga. The Lord stripped his kingdom from you. Nigga, he ain't got to repent for it or none of that. You should have did what he said. And he was like, okay, now regarding this king that you brought back, the one the reason why you got the kingdom stripped from your hands and give it to King David, you know what I'm saying? Bring him here. And he said, then said Samuel, bring hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. He said, man, bring that nigga here, man. Bring that devil here. He said, and Agag came into him delicately. This nigga Agag came walked up, man. How y'all doing? Y'all having a good day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You drank some coffee this morning? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Everything good with me. You know what I'm saying? This nigga think he not finna die. Because Saul is the king. Whatever the king say, go. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga thinking that it's good. Like, nigga, I'm good. I know all my people died, nigga, but I'm good, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he said, what? And he said, what was that? Oh, no, he said, surely bitterness of death is past. You didn't mean that? This nigga was like, nigga, I'm not about to, you can't kill me, nigga. Nigga, Saul said, I'm good over here, nigga. I got a pass right now, nigga. Man, how are y'all doing, man? What'd you say?
Right,
Yeah.
sir,
Right. And then it said, verse 33, Baba Shaw.
Sir. And Samuel said, as the sword hath made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal.
Man, he said, look at nigga, the children of my people was childless. Nigga, so your mama finna be childless. Nigga, I'm about to kill you, nigga, because of what y'all
Right.
did to us when we left Egypt, nigga. Y'all, we had our women sick children and, you know what I'm saying, children and women and sick people in the back, and y'all niggas kept on attacking the back of us, killing all our you know what I'm saying, all our people off, instead of going to war with us head to head like real men do. You know what I'm saying? You niggas was soft with it. And then well, guess what? There was women that children died, infants died because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So guess what?
Right.
Nigga, I'm about to kill you, and your mama gonna be without a son. Nigga, this
Right.
nigga so righteous, nigga. Like, God damn.
Lock you, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
If I may.
Yeah.
That's us being in the right state of mind. Because you know, in this oppressor's kingdom, you know how niggas be like, yeah, bro, a nigga might kill your brother. And then you catch up with the nigga that killed your brother, and you gonna say what Samuel said to Saul. Like,
Absolutely.
nigga, my mama is childless, bro. So I'm gonna make your mama childless. You feel me? And that's how you know niggas wrote this book,
Hey,
man.
that's what I'll be saying.
We got the same language as of old.
Yep, facts. Niggas still say the same thing, bro. And what you saying is heavy and 100% right. Cause niggas in the world, they'll be like, man, nigga, I can't wait to catch that nigga name. My mama cry. I done heard that so much growing up, nigga. My mama cried, nigga. Niggas, man, my mama cried. You know what I'm saying? And niggas, and when they catch up to that person, they gonna want to really kill him because they seen their mama cry. They want that nigga mama to cry now. They want that nigga family to be hurt. And that's the type of spirit that black people will have. And just said right now we're not using it in the right situation. We're not using it right. You understand? We're using it against our own people. Samuel wasn't like that. That nigga used it against a devil, which is the chief cobra we should use it against. You understand? He said, nigga, you made our people. He might not even knew the people who was childless, but they was his people. And he was like, you know what, nigga? You made them childless, then your mama finna be childless right now. And he said he hewed that nigga into pieces. Nigga, but God love everybody. That nigga chopped that nigga body up like a damn Haitian. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
He didn't know them people because this happened when we was coming out of Egypt.
Exactly.
He remember like, man, look, yeah, we gotta get them niggas.
Exactly.
This is years later.
Yep, nigga, this old business. You know what I'm saying? This like when we have a major council, they be like, old business. Anybody got any old business? So like something that you was supposed to take care of last major council or last council. You understand? Where there be signs, whatever the hell we got going on in our school. It was the same thing back then. We got some old business, nigga. The Amalekites attacked us when we was leaving Egypt. You the king now. Nigga. The Lord wants you to kill all of them. You know what I'm saying? We need our revenge, nigga. And he didn't do that. And that's why the kingdom was stripped from his hands and it was given to David. He said, you got any more on that? Oh, yeah, keep reading Baba Kashaf, verse 34.
Come on, sir. Then Samuel went to Ramah, and Saul went up to his house. So like it went to his house to Gibeah of Saul. And Samuel came no more to see Saul until the day of his death. Nevertheless, Samuel mourned for Saul, and the Lord repented that he had made Saul king over Israel.
Man, look at and Saul after that, Samuel, you know what I'm saying, he went on his way after he killed the Edomite. He was just like, man, I'm not gonna ever be around you again, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't you, man. You an evil king. And after that, even though Saul was this nigga, and he went on his way, and the Lord repented that he had ever made King Saul. Saul king again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the history of Israel having the first king. And after that, you know that Saul ended up committing suicide, killing himself in battle. You understand? He fell on somebody's sword on purpose so he could die because the Africans already shot a few arrows in that nigga's stomach. He was like, nigga, kill me. I'd rather commit suicide or have somebody in my army kill me than have these Africans kill me. So he fell on the sword and died. After that, King David became king. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the class. You know what I'm saying? For time's sake, if you could, Baba Kashaf, can you read the security announcements?
Come on, sir.
Okay, I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer 50 of Ron Yala.
Oh, God. Security announcements. We are the ISUBK under Commander General Yohana, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 to 10, means 10th in Hebrew. Ma'asharah, Salakia. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Announce holy convocations from sheep. Remind Akim and Akwat to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf.
Yep, and then we got Memorial upcoming holy days. Holy convocations. We got Memorial of the blowing of the trumpets is coming up on Monday. You understand? So if you want to come to it, just make sure you tap into ISUBK Sacramento on Facebook, or ISUBK Oakland, or ISUBK NorCal on YouTube, Facebook. Just tap in with us if you want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, go ahead.
It's not this Monday. It's next Monday on the 6th.
Oh, it's next Monday?
Yes, next Monday on the 6th.
Okay, yes, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Next Monday on the 6th, we having the memorial blowing of the trumpets. So just get with us then. If you want to be a part of it, make sure you start tuning into class, like and sharing the classes. Support this truth. Tune into Black Watch on Monday, General Muhammad Scripture Breakdown classes. Like and subscribe to anywhere ISUBK is at. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we go to class. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.